This is the story of ex-New York gangster Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Kenneth Supreme McGriff was born September 19, 1960. He's an American gangster, former drug lord of New York City. McGriff rose to prominence in the early 1980s where he formed his own crack cocaine team and manufacturing organization, which he called the Supreme Team, based in the Baisley Park houses in the South Jamaica Queens section of Queens, New York City. Under McGriff's leadership, the gang numbers swelled to hundreds, and he came to control the crack cocaine trade in the Baisley Park neighborhood where McGriff was raised. In 1987, McGriff was arrested following a joint and state federal investigation, and in 1989, he pleaded guilty to engaging in a continuing criminal enterprise. He was sentenced to 12 years incarceration. McGriff was released from prison on parole in early 1994 after serving 5 years. He was sent back to prison on parole violation by the year's end and served another 2.5 years following his release in 1997. After being released from prison on parole in 1994, McGriff tried his hands in films, seeking help from Irv Gotti, the film of. After being released from prison on parole in 1994, McGriff tried his hands at films, seeking help from Irv Gotti to film a movie based in the KENNETH series novel, Crime Partners. However, due to his reputation, the feds believe his affiliation with Murder Inc. is questionable. According to the feds, they raided Murder Inc.'s offices in 2003. McGriff faced accusations of drug trafficking, while others with Murder Inc. were indicted on money laundering and conspiracy to commit money laundering charges. McGriff is alleged to have a hand in the 2002 murder of Run DMC member Jam Master Jay and was convicted of ordering the 2001 death of rapper Eric E. Moneybag Smith in retaliation for the death of McGriff's friend, Colbert Black Just Johnson. Federal authorities also accused him in a connection to attempt to murder rapper 50 Cent. On February 1st, 2007, McGriff was convicted of a murder for hire at a federal court in the East District of New York on charges that he paid $50,000 to have his two rivals, Eric E. Moneybag Smith and Big Nose Troy Singleton, killed in 2001. The jury deliberated for 5 days before finding McGriff guilty of murder conspiracy and drug trafficking. On February 9, 2007, McGriff was sentenced to life in prison. Throughout his case, he was defended by a court-appointed attorney because nearly all of his assets had been seized. McGriff began his life sentence at 88 Florence, a federal supermax in Colorado. In 2011, he was transferred to the United States Penitentiary, Lee, a high-security federal prison in Pennington Gap, Virginia. As of 2024, he's housed at the USP McCrary in Pine Knot, Kentucky.